My love, I have never loved anyone the way I love you, nor had I ever imagined, even in my wildest dreams, that one day I would meet someone who would become so deeply important to me. Before you, love was something I understood only in fragments, in theories and fleeting emotions, but never as something that could take over my entire being so gently and completely. I had always believed that my life was meant to be navigated alone, guided solely by my own decisions and strength. I had never handed the reins of my life to anyone else, because I was convinced that I needed to remain in control at all times. Yet now, with you, it feels natural, even comforting, to imagine trusting you with that control. If you ever asked, I know I could place my life in your hands without fear, because loving you feels safe, steady, and right. You are the most beautiful person in my life, not only in the way you look but in the way you exist. You are full of life, so joyful, vibrant, and radiant, that simply being near you makes everything brighter. You have an energy that breathes warmth into my days and softness into my heart. Since you came into my life, you have transformed it in ways I never thought possible. You have filled my world with laughter, love, and an unshakable sense of happiness. Moments that once felt ordinary now feel meaningful simply because you are part of them. When you are with me, I am no longer afraid of what lies ahead. I don't fear taking the next step, because I know I am not walking alone. With you, I have learned what it truly means to be vulnerable. I don't feel the need to hide my fears, protect my heart, or build walls around myself. I can show you every part of me, the strong parts, the fragile parts, and even the pieces I once thought were unlovable. I trust you completely, in a way I have never trusted anyone before. I know in my heart that you would never intentionally hurt me or betray the faith I place in you. That certainty brings me a peace I never knew I was missing. You are the calm within me, the reassurance that everything will be okay. You have become the limelight of my life. From the day you entered it, happiness has followed me more closely. The change in me is so evident that even those around me have noticed. Friends, family, and acquaintances see how much lighter I seem, how at peace I am these days. They say I am more pleasant to be around, more patient, more understanding. I smile more often, and when I do, it comes effortlessly. I don't argue the way I used to, and I no longer let small, meaningless things disturb my peace. You have taught me, without even trying, to let go, to choose calm over chaos and love over ego. These days, my friends and family suspect that there is someone special in my life who is responsible for these beautiful changes. They ask me questions, trying to read my expressions, hoping for a confession. When they do, I simply smile and say nothing, either confirming nor denying their assumptions. It amuses me to see them puzzled, trying to figure out my secret. I've become a little mischievous because of you, a little more playful, a little more carefree. My inner child, the one I thought I had lost long ago, is finally coming out again. I laugh more freely, tease more openly, and find joy in the smallest things. I have never experienced this amount of happiness, peace, and playfulness in my life before. Life feels beautiful in a way that goes beyond circumstances. Even the people I once found irritating don't seem so bad anymore. My mood stays light, my heart feels full, and I often catch myself smiling for no reason at all. Love songs suddenly have meaning, romantic movies finally make sense, and emotions I once thought were exaggerated now feel deeply real. It's as though the world itself has changed its colors, becoming softer, warmer, and more alive since you entered my life. Thank you, my sweetheart, for loving me the way you do and for giving me a happiness I never knew was possible. If you had not come into my life, I might never have realized how deeply one heart can touch another. You have shown me a kind of love that heals, uplifts, and transforms. I love you more than words could ever fully express, and with every passing day, I find myself falling more and more in love with you. How could I not? You are extraordinary in every sense, and loving you is the most beautiful thing my heart has ever known. My love, as I write this, I am packing my bags and preparing myself to come to you. This decision did not come easily, but it comes with clarity, certainty, and a heart that finally feels at peace. I have replayed countless scenarios in my mind, weighed every possible outcome, and tried to imagine life both with you and without you. Through all that thinking and all that fear, one truth has remained constant: staying away from you is the hardest thing I have ever had to endure. No matter how much I tried to convince myself otherwise, my heart always found its way back to you. I have realized that I can face the world, the people, the judgments, and the challenges as long as you are beside me, holding my hand. Your presence gives me strength, courage, and a sense of belonging that nothing else ever has. Without you, everything feels heavier and more uncertain. I no longer want to stay away from you or keep delaying what my heart has always known. I don't want to waste another moment overthinking things that may never happen. I am tired of living in fear of the unknown and tired of letting doubt control my happiness. I want to take a leap of faith, even if it scares me, because some things are worth the risk, and you are one of them. I truly believe that I deserve to live my life with the person I love. Happiness is not something I should feel guilty for wanting, it is my birthright. Deep down, I know that I can only experience true happiness if you are beside me. Letting go of you would mean letting go of my peace, my joy, and my soulmate. I would never be able to live peacefully knowing I walked away from the person my heart chose so clearly. Until now, I was trying to keep everyone around me happy. I thought it was my responsibility to protect others' feelings, even if it meant silencing my own pain. I convinced myself that sacrificing my happiness was noble, that it was the right thing to do. But over time, that self-sacrifice began to drain me. I was hurting quietly, pretending to be strong while breaking inside. I don't want to live like that anymore. I deserve happiness just as much as anyone else, and I am finally choosing to believe that my feelings matter too. I believe with all my heart that God created our bond with immense love and care. Our connection does not feel accidental or temporary, it feels intentional and deeply meaningful. I don't want to spoil such beautiful work by walking away out of fear. I know in my soul that I can never love anyone the way I love you. And I also know that no one else could ever accept me as completely and effortlessly as you do. With you, I am seen, understood, and loved for exactly who I am, not for who I pretend to be. I am deeply sorry for making you wait for so long and for not being able to give you clarity when you deserved it. I know my actions must have hurt you. One day I was warm, loving, and romantic, and the next day I became distant, cold, and unsure. That inconsistency came from my inner struggle, from trying to balance responsibilities, expectations, and fear while searching desperately for the right decision. I never meant to confuse or hurt you, but I understand now how painful that must have been. For that, I am truly sorry. Today, I stand in a different place. I have made my decision, and I am choosing my happiness. I have learned that I cannot pour love into others if my own heart feels empty. I can only make the people around me happy when I am genuinely happy from within. Choosing you is not a selfish act, it is an honest one. I love you, sweetheart, more deeply than words can express. I hope you give me a chance to show you the sincerity of my feelings, not just through words, but through actions, consistency, and commitment. I want to show you how much I love you and how deeply I respect you. I am coming toward you with nervous hope, knowing that my heart is vulnerable but also full of truth. I want you to know how special you are to me and how seriously I take you and our future. You are my happiness, my safe place, and my greatest blessing. I wish to spend my lifetime with you, sharing joys, facing challenges, growing together, and choosing each other every day. Since making this decision, I feel lighter, freer, and more at peace than I have in a long time. I know, without doubt, that choosing you is the most right decision of my life. I am coming to you with my heart in my hands, offering it to you completely and honestly. I hope you accept it, just as I accept you, with love, faith, and a promise to never run away again.